Welcome to this walkthrough of continuous labeling. We will start in the documentation website that we have and dive into the getting started and walkthrough topics and click on continuous labeling. So here you can read a little bit about the concept. And the most common practice when we create consignment is that we do our picking and then we go to the consignment where we enter the number of packages and we click on prepare a print to send the data to Logtrade and print the labels, and we're done. And if we need to do any changes, we need to reopen the consignment. In some scenarios, you need to be able to send a consignment as prepared to Logtrade multiple times. Consider a situation where you have very big packages and you want to have the what we call the carrier label or the transport label printed on put on the package as you do your picking. So then we need to be able to reconfirm or prepare the consignment many times against Logtrade. So we will take a look at this and the settings that are required. So we will start with the first action here. We need to set what we call a reconfirm status on the shipping agent service that we will use. So let's go into Business Central and search for shipping agents. I will use DHL Pallet. So we select Pallet here and open the delivery setup. And there is a field here that's called reconfirm status. You can read about it here, or you can read about it by clicking learn more, where you will go into the settings of shipping agent service. And here you have a description of the different option values. So I will use new added packages. That will leave the consignment in Logtrade and just add new packages to the consignment. But please note that you can't use consolidation in Logtrade when you are using this option. If you want Logtrade to consolidate, you need to replace the consignment with or without the reset of tracking information. And you also need to make sure that the carrier you are using, if you have booked a consignment, what happens with your booking if you replace the consignment? That needs to be tested because that might depend on the carrier. But I don't use consolidations, I will use new added packages. And we also need to change the way that we do printing. I think that is the second bullet here. Yeah, turn off automatic printing in the delivery setup. So we will go to delivery setup. And scroll down to other and find that automatic printing is enabled by default because Logtrade is by default printing when labels and documents when we do a prepare. So I will turn this off. I get a little reminder here that I should remember to disable automatic printing on carriers in Logtrade. So click OK. So let's go there into the Logtrade web portal. Look at settings for the carriers and DHL Sweden, which is the one I'm using, and go to the printer setup and turn off print, set the print event to manual for the consignment note and the label. And don't forget to save. So we have done the three settings here. And in my little example here, I will create a sales order. And I will sell 3 desks. And I must remember to change to DHL Pallet. And I will make it simple here. I will just create a consignment directly from the sales order so I can start adding packages to it. But normally you probably have a warehouse shipment, warehouse pick involved in this. So, but now we have a sales order, we have a consignment. So I will start creating packages. So I go into the list of packages, I click on New, I select a package type, pallet. I can start entering item lines and stuff like that, but I will just put in the weight manually here and designate this package to a sales order, the sales order I recently created, 101055, yeah. And we already have a consignment, so I just need to add it to consignment. And since there is only one consignment for the sales order, we will get the consignment number automatically when we choose add to consignment. And when I do this, a consignment package line will be created automatically on this consignment. And this package with ID number 90 will be linked to that consignment package line. And now I can print my delivery label directly from the package. And what will happen is that the consignment will be sent to LogTrade for prepare. LogTrade will not print. Instead, we will automatically send a print command to LogTrade because we want to have this specific package printed. So I click on print delivery label and we get a package number and we sent the print command and we got the label. Okay, so I continue doing my picking. I create another package, which is a pallet, a sales order, and put in some weight on this one and add the consignment, print my delivery label, click OK, and I will get this label. I won't get the last one that we created. I will just get this specific label. And I can put this on my pallet. And if you take a look at this consignment number 64, we can see the result of what we have done. We have a package line with 2 packages, a total of 99 kilos. And if we look at the packages behind this, we have number 90 and 91. In many situations, this process of creating packages is integrated in an integration with a separate warehouse management system or handheld devices, or by customizations in the warehouse or inventory pick document. But this is how you can do it with the standard functionality in LogTrade Connect. Thank you for listening.